Welcome back to my channel, it's Deej here, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the top 10 tips and tricks on how to improve in multiplayer. Now this 10 is, some are like standard that you've heard everywhere and some are a bit like out there, but these are what I use to get better at the game. And by no means am I a pro, but I'm pretty good at the game and I can handle myself. And as you see in this gameplay, I think I got 51 and 3. And this was before the Christmas noobs, so yeah, like I'm not too bad. Now, the first thing you want to do is find the right sensitivity and slash settings. And the reason you want to do this is because you want to feel comfortable when playing. And if you play on like 20 cents but you're not used to it, then you think you're going to be good like snapping on everyone, but you're not going to be able to control it. So in the end, it's just going to be pointless. And the settings are like your audio boost, the field of view and stuff like that. You need to get that perfected to what's best for you, not what like a lot of the pros and all that use. Is what's best for you, because in the end of the day it's you playing, and everyone has different setups at home. Like people play on monitors, people play on big TVs, so everyone's gonna have different settings. And even the monitors, you can play on different monitors, so it's gonna be different settings. Now the second thing is, and it's what I did in this gameplay, I don't believe in reverse boosting. Even though this game is skill-based matchmaking, I don't believe in reverse boosting. So what we did was, someone had bought the game and they were new to it and they hosted. And yeah, basically just let somebody bad host, someone who has worse stats, and you're going to find people that are not that good. That's what we found when we played anyway. And it was just so much easier. Like the people were hardly shooting back. And yeah, it felt like they didn't understand what was going on. Number 3 is learn the maps. And what I mean by this goes into like a few points, but when people mainly push, like here on raid, people are going to always push through mid-map. So what you want to do is you want to find angles around mid-map to then shoot them in the side. Because when you're playing, you don't really want to take gunfights all the time. You don't want to have like one-on-one gunfights where you're both looking at each other. To do well and get streaks in that, you want to have gunfights where you're shooting people in the back most of the time, because that's how you're going to be successful. Now another one is learning the spawns, and by this I mean, like, for example in raid on this map again, I know that some are going to spawn basketball at some point, and when I push around there I know I'm going to push through basketball, so I know that they'll spawn further in front of me instead of having someone spawn behind me and being stuck between two spawns. Now this is obviously useful because you don't want to get pinched, like you don't want to have to take two gunfights at the same time and then get shot in the back by one. So if you can like maneuver your way by like sticking to the edge, which moves into another point, is you stick around the edge of the map, and this just avoids you being shot in the back. Most of the time you can learn the spawns just by playing all the time, but if your teammates are if majority of your teammates are in a place, then the enemy are not. They're going to be over the other side of the map more than likely, so you can learn it from watching people, and yeah, playing it mostly is where I learned mine from. Now another one you want to do is you want to pre-fire. Now this obviously works best when you have a harp up or UAV and you know an enemy's going to push a room. But if you pre-fire, then by the time they pull their gun up after walking in that room, you've already put 2 shots into them. So like 2-3 shots depending on what gun you use. And if you use the Mac, you've probably killed them. So yeah, like you just win the gunfight more of the time. Now of course you don't want to pre-fire every single corner because the enemy's not always going to be there. But yeah, definitely pre-fire the ones when you know enemies are going to be there. Like I said though, with the harp, it's a lot easier because you know they're definitely there. And it's pre-aiming after every corner. Now with pre-aiming after every corner, like it's similar to pre-fire, but it's not, because instead of waiting for them to come to you, you're going around the corner pre-aiming. Now the benefit of this, of course, is you have your gun up ready to shoot, and an enemy might be running around the corner. You're running or walking pre-aimed, and he's got to get his gun up again, and he loses the gunfight 95% of the time, unless you get absolutely joked, which can happen, but majority of the time you'll win that gunfight, as you should. Now another one is centering, and what this is your crosshairs, and for example, you don't want to run around the map looking down, and then when you see an enemy, like pull up and shoot him. You want to have it always in the center where you think an enemy's going to be. So say I walk through a building and I think someone's going to be in the window. For example, Moscow. Say I walk out mid-map Moscow and I think someone's going to be in the window, I'm going to have my crosshairs there. So instead of me having to like pull my gun up and move it across, I can just pull it up and shoot. All I do is aim in and shoot instead of aiming in and then having to move, and by that time I could be dead. So yeah, you always want to center. That one is what the pros use a lot, so definitely try and incorporate it into your gameplay. Now another tip is learning the movement, and the centering and the movement I'm going to go into depth in another video because they're hard to explain, but easier to show, and I'm going to show you in another video. But the movement, what you want to do is like you want to learn slide cancelling onto head glitches, using the slide to go off of a building, so if someone's below you and stuff, and it ruins the whole hitbox and makes you so much harder to kill, which is always a bonus. And once you master it, you become pretty much unkillable. You'll win the majority of the gunfights, and if you incorporate all of them, you'll start to win a lot more gunfights. Now the last one is something that I've always done in every COD, and that's just watch the pro players and like the big pub stompers on YouTube, because you watch what they do, and obviously if you want to play competitively, you're going to watch the pros to learn what they do, and you incorporate that. And the same if you want to just do well online, you don't care about the professional Call of Duty scene or anything like that, and you just want to pub stomp and get loads of kills, then watch pub stompers that get loads of kills. It's simple. You pick up their good habits, you pick up where they like to go on the map because of the advantage they get on like a certain head glitch or whatever. So yeah guys, that's pretty much there's 10 tips there. Now the remainder of the video is just going to play out the gameplay. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to be making more Cold War content because I really enjoy this game. If I've left any tips out, be sure to leave it in the comment. Like if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.